Political disenchantment is a common thing in New York City. No demographic demands more change than the young adults of America, and Ron Paul is their presidential candidate. At least that's what I found out when I attended a fundraiser. It was really more like a party at his Manhattan headquarters.
The revolution is spreading. We can do it in New York City, we can do it anywhere. The ideas of liberty are alive and well, and they're very popular. You know, it's a real complex message. You know, freedom works a lot better than tyranny. But you know, we're facing a lot of crises. We talk about the economic problems that we face. This foreign policy is so ridiculous. We need to just give up on this whole idea of the empire and just decide that our business is preserving liberty here in this country. So to get our house in order is very simple. Bring all the troops home. We don't need an empire. The empire has taken us into bankruptcy, and the bills are coming due, and that's what this story is all about today. The dollar is crashing on international exchange market. It's a very, very serious financial and political problem. So all we have to do is just respect the rule of law, obey the Constitution, and get rid of all the unconstitutional activities that this government has been participating in. I don't want to run your lives, I don't want to run the economy, and I don't want to run the world. Make it just let people alone. Get the government off our backs and make it our own. So this is an opportunity as well as a challenge, and the challenge is very simple. All political action, all our activities should be designed for the preservation of liberty. If we have our liberties, we will not have to worry about any of our problems.
Why do you support Ron Paul?
Because I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
He's the only candidate that actually understands the principles of the free market. In order to have a free society, you have to have a free market. A lot of other candidates talk about the free market, but I don't trust that they'll actually preserve it. And Ron Paul seems to be the only candidate that actually understands the principles behind what makes a society free, and that is a free economy.
He is the only candidate that speaks the truth.
Because he is the only candidate who is going to make sure that my friend does not get killed in this war.
I support Ron Paul because I support freedom!
Ron Paul is the only man that supports the Constitution.
He's the only anti-war Republican.
There is no other single candidate who speaks more from the heart, who doesn't have to have his answers rehearsed.
I feel like he's the only candidate that actually cares about the people and wants to change things for the better in this world.
He's the only candidate that is speaking about freedom and has a record to back everything that he's saying. He seems honest, and I don't see that in a lot of the other candidates, so it's unique.
I'd like to see less government control, less Big Brother. I want more personal freedoms, more personal liberties. I want the IRS gone. I want to make as much money as possible on my own, and I don't want the government watching my every move. I want tons of things, and everything Ron Paul says, I want. Absolutely.
Bring the troops home.
He's the only candidate who has come out de facto and said, we bring our troops home. It's a simple answer. All of his answers are simple answers. That's all we want as voters. We want somebody to speak from the heart and give us simple answers.
I wouldn't vote if it wasn't for Ron Paul.
I hate to say that I wouldn't vote, but in my opinion, if I voted for anybody else, they're all people that are going to do things to this government that I'm really scared of.
So I want people to realize that you can take care of yourself. You don't have to rely on the government, because the government can't really give you anything. They take it away from someone else, and it stifles our whole community. Every time you take a step forward, they bring you back.
We all believe in freedom. We all believe if you will get the government out of the way that we can all be the people we want to be.
We can do it. We don't need the government to hold our hands, and I really respond to that.
Ron Paul is going to let you live your life. Ron Paul is going to let you earn your way. Ron Paul is going to allow you to be responsible for yourself, and that's all we need.
My generation is very young, but a lot of people in my generation really like what he has to say.
We don't believe the government should run our lives.
It's just that simple. We all just want to be left alone. We want to be able to do whatever we want to do without the government stepping in, as long as we're not hurting anyone.
I just see great things for Dr. Paul, and I really hope that we can get him elected.
The people need to wake up, get off their couches, and go vote. It's going to take everyone who believes in freedom to talk to your neighbor, talk to your friends, and talk to your family, and donate. Give money. That's what speaks these days. Money talks, and everything else. So.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ron Paul.
Dr. Paul.
I can't imagine voting for anyone else but Ron Paul now that I know about the message.
Ron Paul, all the way. There's no other option.
That's it.
Subscribe to my channel.